but wherever you are in the world, it's lovely to see you, lovely to have her with us. And as always, we've got more people watching this than they're playing at the tables, but we can't make you play, and maybe you're busy doing something else. Anyway, it's lovely to see you all. We're going to have a look at the four hands that you played this evening. These are all problems with declarer play, and they do seem to have a little bit of a common theme. Any questions or comments that you'd care to make, and please send them to the table. If you're on Zoom, you can unmute yourself to give us a comment, but otherwise keep yourself muted, please. And but anything that you've got to say, it's probably better putting comments and questions to the table, because the people on BBO Voice won't hear you if you do talk on Zoom. Okay, so we'll take any questions or comments. We'll tell you what they all are, and everybody will see what the question is, and I'll do my very best to answer it. Okay, the first hand that you played this evening is on the screen, and the bidding we were given was fairly straightforward, really. So one club from north, pass, one spade from south, all fairly routine stuff. One no trump rebid. South says three no trumps, why not? And we got the lead of the seven of hearts. There we go. Okay, well, no, it's not an avoidance play, Jack, at all. It's just a matter of thinking about that opening lead. Now, first of all, there's only a danger here if the hearts are 5-1 or worse, 5-2 or worse, rather. 4-3 heartbreak won't hurt you. You'll have enough tricks. You'll take the losing club finesse, and the best they can do is to cash 3 more hearts, and then you've got 4 club tricks, and the diamond is 5 and a heart is 6. You're going to have enough tricks, even if the club finesse is wrong. Right, so they can't hurt you. So the danger is that there's going to be a 5-2 heartbreak. But if there is a 5-2 heartbreak, and presumably it will be East that has the 5, one thing you can be sure of is that he will not have the king, queen, jack, and 2 more. Because what would you lead from that? You'd lead the king, so would I, so would everybody else. So what we know is that if they're 5-2, West has an honour. We don't know which honour, but we don't care. By going up with the ace at trick 1, we block the suit. And they cannot now run the hearts without giving you, if East decides to drop his partner's queen, then your 10 becomes another trick. So if you play low, what will happen is that West will win with the queen, and he'll play a heart back, and as soon as declarer takes the club finesse, which he can't get away from, then East has 3 more heart tricks to cash. They've made 1, they're going to make 3 more, and the king of clubs, and that's going to be 1 off. So the winning line is to realize that if the hearts are 4-2, 5-2, that West has an honour, and it will only be doubleton. So if we jump up with the ace, let's do it. Now, it doesn't matter what West does. If he decides to throw the queen under it, then your 10-9 become worth a trick. And if he plays low, which seems to be the fairly natural thing to do. Now declarer takes club finesse. But they can't cash all the hearts. They can cash 2 more if they like, but then declarer gets 1. And if he plays a heart to his partner's queen, then the suit is blocked, and you can't continue the hearts, and declarer has even got time to take the diamond finesse, set up that trick as well. So what will he do? Well, maybe he'll try the king of hearts, who knows? It doesn't matter. Another heart. A club from dummy. Oh, let's go back. Take the jack of hearts at least. Sorry, it's a trick ahead of myself. Right. defense have got 3 tricks, and if we take the diamond finesse, that will give them 4 tricks, but that's all. But we've already taken 2 tricks. We've got 4 more clubs, that's 6. The ace king of spades is 8, and the queen of diamonds is 9. It may be that if we play a diamond to the ace, and then run the clubs, we're going to throw all the diamonds away from dummy, no matter what the East throws. West is in fact squeezed at this point, but we don't know that West has got the queen of spades. But we do know that the queen of diamonds is not going to be a trick if West discards a spade. So we're going to play the ace king of spades anyway, and the queen will drop, and we'll finish up with 10 tricks. Before, I love squeezes, look for them everywhere. They occur a lot more often than you think they do. But the difficult part about this hand, if it was difficult, yes, I'll go back to it. I'll put the hand up. Okay, so we've made the contract. I'll put the board back to the table. Here we go. Export it back to the table. What should we think about the heart suit? Right, North is playing in 3-no trump, so we'll just bid 3-no trumps. Here we go. Right, we get the lead of the 7 of hearts. And if the hearts are 4-3, then we can afford to give them their hearts, and we can take the diamond finesse, the club finesse rather. They can only make 3 hearts, even if we don't make the 10-9 of hearts, 10 of hearts, 10-9 of hearts becoming a trick, because it might well be. All right, but the danger really is that the hearts are breaking 5-2, and the lead of the 7 is quite a high card. That does suggest that East has got 1 low below it, which means that he will have at least 5. And if that is the case, we think a little bit further about what holding East would have. And I would come to the conclusion, and so would you if you think about it, that East is not going to have the king, queen, jack, 8-4, because he would lead the king. You would, I would, everybody would. We lead the top of such sequences. So the very fact that he hasn't led the king or the queen jack from queen, he hasn't led the top one. He hasn't got all those honours. He might have 2 of them, but whichever one he hasn't got, West will have. And if the suit is 5-2, West's honour is going to be a doubleton. And we block the suit by going up with the ace. Doesn't help West to put the queen under the ace, because now declarer's 10-9 becomes a trick. Declare East has got the king and the jack, but that'll only take 2 of them. Declarer will make a trick with the 10 or the 9. And if he plays a low one, then they can't. The defense cannot run the hearts. East can play a heart to his partner's queen, but then he's lost his king of clubs already by the time he jumps to do that. So that's the secret of this particular hand. Does that make sense to you? Well, you're near Denver. I don't know your name. I'm sorry. Okay. Does it make sense to you? Yeah. Okay. Do we have any other questions or comments on board 1? If we play low, I'm going to undo that. I didn't save it when we lost. If we play low, West will win the queen. Yes, the 10-9 to 4, it does make quite a difference. Yes, it does. Because if you had 4 little ones, then even if that queen dropped, right-hand opponent would have king jack 10 or king jack 9, whatever. So it wouldn't help you. If you let it go, and now he plays a half back, now you're going to go off because when you take the club finesse, East has got three more hearts to cash, so we'll record that one as one off. There we go. Okay, anybody else got any comments or questions? We love questions, we love the comments. Yeah, he has to play the ace, but we can see the ace, Pat. So we can see he's got to play it. It's only that's dummy, so we can see that it's a single ace now. But the point about playing the ace at trick one was it was on air, but it had a specific purpose to block the suit if the suit was 5-2. We will move on to board two if there's no more questions or comments. This is board two. Here we go. This time the auction is on club. And I felt really sorry for Sheila here because she did the heart bid and then got it wrong. One club, pass, one spade, pass, one no trump, rebid, three no trumps. And we got the lead of the 10 of diamonds. I wouldn't lead the 10 because I play strong tens. I would lead the 9, but nevertheless, because North can see the king of diamonds in his own hand and the ace queen of diamonds on the table, then and partner's led the 10 and partner would have led the jack if he got jack 10 9 or something like that. So North knows that declarer will have three diamond tricks, the ace, the queen and the jack, because partner hasn't got them. All right, but we are concentrating here on what East thinks. And what East should be thinking is, where's his weak suit? Well, his weak suit is hearts. He'd love to get those clubs going, but what's going to happen? Let's see what happens if he plays low, which is rather the sort of instinctive thing to do. Let's have a look. So North wins with his king and switches to a heart. He knows there's no future in diamonds. Now, when I watched Sheila did get the first bit right. We'll come back to that in a minute. But when you have this holding in hearts, King X opposite Jack to 3, you're guaranteed to make a trick, provided you play low on the first one. So if declarer plays low from hand here, the 4, then whether South has got the queen or the ace, it doesn't matter. Declare will finish up with the king jack against the other one. He'll make a definite trick. Right? So you don't go up with the king unless you simply can't afford to lose 2. But here you can afford to lose 2. All right. So you play low and South wins and plays a heart back. And North can put the 10 on just in case that's a singleton partner. But no, Declare's got the king. Now here's the thing. North has still got the ace of clubs, and as soon as the clubs are played, then the contract is going to go off. So what's Declarer going to do? Well, he can play a club, obviously. And North is now going to cash 3 heart tricks, and that's going to be 2 off. So we'll claim that as 2 off. And then we'll go and play. Now we'll put it back to the table and we'll do it again. Let's have a look. Contract is 3 no trumps by East. Now, Declarer knows that if the opposition attack the hearts, he will make a heart trick. And he also knows that that 10 of diamonds, it might have king 10, 9, 8, but he doesn't need it if the clubs are behaving. He's going to make 5 club tricks, and 1 diamond trick is 6, or 2 diamonds eventually, and a heart trick is 7, and 2 spades is 9. So the right play to do is to jump up with the ace of diamonds. We don't give the opposition a chance to develop their heart tricks before we've developed the club tricks. So up with the ace of diamonds, and let's do the 10 again. Here we go. Up with the ace of diamonds, and we start on the clubs. North, which is still hard. This is how the play went at Sheila's table. Unfortunately, Sheila decided the king was the right card to play here, and that didn't work. And if she plays low, another heart comes. Taken 2 tricks. We've got 5 more club tricks. It's 7, and the ace king of spades, that will be 9. So we're going to play all our clubs and then the ace king of spades. We don't have time to develop a diamond trick, but we don't need it. We've got 9 tricks. So ace of diamonds at trick 1, because we can't, we'll be losing the race to set up our, we won't set up our clubs before the opposition set up their hearts. That's what it boils down to. And, it's very tempting to let it run around to the jack, isn't it? But here, you will go down if that's what you do. So up with the ace of diamonds, set the clubs up, and the opposition are a tempo behind. They attack the hearts, but you play low from hand, and you're guaranteed a heart trick between the 2 hands. You don't mind losing 2 hearts and a club, and you'll lose a diamond at the end, or a spade. But you'll have 9 tricks. That's what matters. Okay, questions or comments on board 2, please? Must be some. No. I saw Sheila play the ace of diamonds at trick 1, and I thought, well done. And then she misguessed the heart effectively. No, it wasn't really a guess. I know. Right, no more questions or comments, and we will move on to board 3, which is going to be this one. Oh no, that's not the right one. Yeah, 3. And this went 1 heart from south, 2 hearts, alerted as showing both the black suits, at least 5-5 in the black suits, 3 hearts from north, quite intrepid really, but if you're playing 5 card pages, I suppose you want to bid something, and south bids 4 hearts. And the lead we were told was the 10 of diamonds. What have we got? Well, we've got a spade trick. We've got 5 heart tricks, and a spade is 6, and a diamond is 7, and a club is 8. So, ooh, that's not looking very good, is it? Spade ruff or a club ruff. We can't get a club ruff. We haven't got any. And ruffing in our hand, we can't do anything. But this diamond situation is interesting. We know that West has got at least 10 cards in the black suits, and the lead of that 10 of diamonds, that's either a singleton or it's a doubleton. He wouldn't be leading the 10, I don't think, from 10, queen, 8, and he can't have 3 with that doesn't include an honour, because you're only missing 4 cards altogether. And does it help you to cover it with the jack? Well, if we do, what we're going to lose? We're going to lose two diamonds unless the diamonds are 2-2. If that's a singleton, then we're going to lose two diamonds and we're going to lose the ace of spades. And East will not miss the opportunity to play a club through our ace to his partner's king. So let's see what happens if we cover this. Instinctive, maybe. Now, if we duck it, A is going to get a rough, and B, he can play a club through, but we don't want to duck it. And we can draw the trumps now. West is not going to be able to ruff a diamond. Now we can hope that the trumps were 2-2. The diamonds were 2-2 rather. Of course they're not. And here comes the club. And we just got we haven't got enough tricks. Can't do it. So we're going to play that as one off. And we're going to go back again, back to trick one. Health is going to play four hearts. Here's this lead again, the 10 of diamonds. But if we don't cover it, of course, East won't put his king or queen on. But here's the thing. If that's a singleton, West is going to have to lead something else if we don't take this trick at all. Don't cover it in dummy, and we don't take it. What we've done is we've taken the entry away from East until it's convenient for us to take it. So if we let West hang on to his 10 of diamonds, and full congratulations to Pat because this is what she did. Now, the only safe exit now for West is a trump. If he plays a club, declare it's going to make the ace and the queen. If he plays a spade, declare it's going to make two spade tricks. So the only safe exit is a trump. So now we can draw the trumps. Go back to trick, sorry. Although almost certainly that king of spades is going to be an entry. And do one more. I'm going to keep the jack of hearts as an entry in dummy. Because we actually know that that West doesn't have any trumps left because he's got at least 5-5 in the black suits. We were told. And he's played 3 red cards, and 10 of diamonds and 2 trumps. So we can actually play the ace of diamonds and another diamond now. The opposition have made 2 diamond tricks, which they were always going to make, but only one of them was going to be made by East. Now he switches to the club. But we have a discard now. We could play the hearts, of course, because we have an diamond entry to dummy. But we have a parking place for our losing club. There it goes. And all West can now make is his ace of spades. So you got it half right, Pat, which I think is more than other people did, but she didn't realise the potential of the diamonds in time, I don't think. Right, we're going to claim We're going to give them one more trick with the ace of spades. So the secret of this hand, not covering in either hand that first diamond. If West has got a second diamond, then the suit was 2-2 all the time and you don't have any problems at all. You win the second one and you can't draw the trumps, and away goes a losing club, and you just give them a spade again at the end. But when they are like they are, you've not given East an entry until it's no good to him. He can play the club just the same, but you've already established a discard for your losing club. Do we have any questions or comments on board 3? Deceptive hand, isn't it, really? All right, no questions, comments. If ace of spades, if the ace of spades is in East, well, it could be, but you've still got one spade trick. So you don't care who's got the ace, really. You had a diamond entry to dummy. But you can be reasonably sure that the king of clubs is going to be in the West hand. It doesn't have to be, but you played the way you did in case it was, because it was likely to be. If West has got 5 spades and 5 clubs, he's likely to have the king of clubs and the ace of spades. The ace of spades is not important. Who's got that doesn't matter. In fact, if East had it, then West might well have led a spade earlier, and that wouldn't have given us 2 spade tricks. So if in ducking the first diamond, then West could switch to a spade. But he's very much afraid when he does have the ace that he'd be giving Declarer 2 spade tricks, which he would. Yeah. Right, no more questions or comments. We will go on to the last board of tonight, board 4. Here it comes. You see the common theme in the first 3 hands that we had tonight, as Jack was saying earlier on. It's what you do at trick 1. More mistakes made at on trick 1 than anywhere else. Exactly, Ratner. Yep, exactly. Just making the same point. All at trick 1. I wonder if this one's going to be the same. Let's have a look. Okay. The contract we were given, a weak 2 in hearts from West. Pass. 4 hearts from East. This is the one that Guinness proudly made, but should she have made it? Let's have a look at it. Okay, and we got the leaders to Jack of Spades, we were told, which is a fairly routine lead we'll expect. And it looks automatic to cover it, doesn't it? Absolutely automatic. But is it, and should you? Let's count our tricks. If the hearts are wrong, we're only going to make 4 heart tricks in our own hand. We'll make 1 spade trick in dummy is 5, and 2 clubs is 7, and 2 diamonds is 9, and a diamond drop is 10. Wow. So we've got 10 tricks. Even if the heart finesses were not working, we've got 10 tricks, have we? What can go wrong? Well, let's see what can go wrong. Put the queen on. South wins with the ace. If South realizes what's going to happen, South will do this. South will play a trump. There will probably finish the 10. Loses to the queen. Good old North. He plays a second trump and the third one. And Declarer can take that in either hand. There's no 10th trick anywhere now. Declarer's got 1 trick, got 2 diamonds, is 5, and 3 hearts is 8, is 7, rather. No, made one trick, and 2 diamonds is 3, and 3 hearts is 6. And where are we going to go for tricks now? We can't make the diamond drop. We've got a spade trick. We've got a total of 9, and that's it. What went wrong? Well, we lost our diamond drop. That's what went wrong. That was one of our 10 tricks, and we needed to make a diamond drop. So let's claim that as 1 down, because that's what it's going to be. And we'll put it back to the table again. Four hearts by west. So it's going through. As Ratner was saying, this again is what went wrong at trick 1. If West appreciates the danger that a heart switch might lose him his diamond drop, then he doesn't need to cover that spade. Let North keep the jack of spades. You can set up a spade trick later. Not going to run away, and you've got diamond entry, you've got a diamond entry, you've got club entries. You can set up the spade later. But here's the difference. South can't overtake it to play a trump without giving you an extra spade trick. So he doesn't. The North wins, but what can North do now? He can't put South in to play that dreaded heart through. As Ratner was pointing out, another error at trick 1. All 4 hands tonight, all went wrong when Declare got it wrong at trick 1. And even if they got it right at trick 1, it wasn't always plain sailing. Now, it doesn't matter what North does now, another spade, probably as good as anything. Now you can put the king on, the queen on, and you're going to ruff it. Now we'll make sure of our diamond ruff before we touch the trump. And all the opposition are going to make now is 2 hearts and club. That's all they can do. Declare's got the entries. Is he going to make a club now? The king of spades is still a trick, isn't it? So maybe they can't even do that. Now you see what happened here, Glyn. It's South threw a club away, which is why you were able to make a long club. Maybe threw 2 clubs away. I wasn't watching your table at that point. If you made a club trick, it's because South unguarded them. Right, so East West have made 5 tricks. He's got 2 more heart tricks. He's 7, and he's got the ace king of clubs, and he's got the king of spades. So he's got 5 more tricks. That's only going to be 10. We're playing 2 more now. Once we get the diamond rough, we're okay. So common theme with all the hands tonight, think about what you're doing at trick 1. Is there a reason? Is there can you think of a reason why you should possibly not do what appears to be automatic? Because a lot of those, they're automatic. You leave the jack of spades, put the queen on, don't you? Well, no, you don't. Not if it leads to the defeat of you think about what could happen. And the question, what could go wrong, is a question that isn't asked anything like often enough. Because if you do ask yourself that question, you think what could go wrong, then you can find ways around it a lot of the time. How often have you said to yourself, the one card I don't want to see from North is the King of Diamonds, and of course North plays it. But if you think about that in advance and you think to yourself, well, if I do that and he plays the King of Diamonds, I'm in trouble, then you may be able to find a play. Well, I'll give him that trick instead of this one, and then he can't get the lead. That's the sort of thing I'm talking about. It needs you to think ahead, but asking yourself in particular, what can go wrong? And there are several things that can go wrong tonight if you got trick one wrong. Okay. Do we have any other questions or comments on board 4? When do we not duck? Well, there will always be a reason for ducking. One of the reasons for ducking when your declarer and the opposition are trying to set up their long suit against no trumps is to try and disrupt the communication between the opposition. If one's got a 5-card suit, the other one's only got 3, so we duck it twice, and then we try to arrange to lose the lead to the non-dangerous hand. But they're all different. I've got a whole collection of hands here that I've used over the years. I've got lots of them on when to duck and when not to duck. But unfortunately, there isn't a standard rule. Always duck in this situation, never duck in this situation. You have to work it out at the time, or be so far so used to the positions, you've seen the pattern before, and you think, oh yes, I know what to do here. I need to duck this. Okay, but I can't give you a one size fits all. Duck here, don't duck here. They're the most obvious things. You duck when you don't want that hand to have the lead, and you think you can stop them gaining the lead in anything else. As here in this board 4, we're ducking the Jack of Spades because we don't want North and South to switch to a heart. And with the heart being wrong, that could be curtains. It's a bit unlucky because to go down, you need both hearts to be wrong and for the hearts to break 3-1 so that he can actually play a third one. So it's quite unlucky. But if you don't give him the chance, then they can't do it anyway. So here we duck the spade. Not what to break, it is to break communication, but he's always going to have the ace of spades, but he can only get the lead with it if he's prepared to sacrifice a spade trick, because if he doesn't take it at trick 1, he can't get the lead, and he can't get the lead with anything else. That you can tell from your hand and dummy. If I let him lead with a spade, he could play a heart, but I can stop him getting the lead with the spade just by ducking the first one. Questions or comments from anybody else? Okay, we played tonight. Next week's hands will be again on declare a play for a few more weeks. Okay, if there are no more questions or comments, in a minute I will stop the recording and I will close down the BBO voice and close down Zoom, and then I will close down the table. I say thank you very much for joining me.